Nutshell by Ian McEwan. Read by Rory Kinnear.
Oh God, I could be bounded in a nutshell and count myself a king of infinite space, were it not that I have bad dreams. Shakespeare, Hamlet. 1. So here I am, upside down in a woman, arms patiently crossed, waiting and wondering who I'm in, what I'm in for. My eyes close nostalgically when I remember how I once drifted in my translucent body bag, floated dreamily in the bubble of my thoughts through my private ocean in slow-motion somersaults, colliding gently against the transparent bounds of my confinement, the confiding membrane that vibrated with, even as it muffled, the voices of conspirators in a vile enterprise. That was in my careless youth. Now, fully inverted, not an inch of space to myself, knees crammed against belly, my thoughts, as well as my head, are fully engaged. I've no choice. My ear is pressed all day and night against the bloody walls. I listen, make mental notes, and I'm troubled. I'm hearing pillow talk of deadly intent, and I'm terrified by what awaits me, by what might draw me in. I'm immersed in abstractions, and only the proliferating relations between them create the illusion of a known world. When I hear blue, which I've never seen, I imagine some kind of mental event that's fairly close to green, which I've never seen. I count myself an innocent, unburdened by allegiances and obligations, a free spirit despite my meagre living room. No one to contradict or reprimand me, no name or previous address, no religion, no debts, no enemies. My appointment diary, if it existed, notes only my forthcoming birthday. I am, or I was, despite what the geneticists are now saying, a blank slate. But a slippery, porous slate no schoolroom or cottage roof could find use for, a slate that writes upon itself as it grows by the day and becomes less blank. I count myself an innocent, but it seems I'm party to a plot. My mother, bless her unceasing, loudly squelching heart, seems to be involved. Seems, mother. No, it is. You are involved, I've known from my beginning. Let me summon it, that moment of creation that arrived with my first concept. Long ago, many weeks ago, my neural groove closed upon itself to become my spine, and my many million young neurons, busy as silkworms, spun and wove from their trailing axons the gorgeous golden fabric of my first idea. A notion so simple it partly eludes me now. Was it me? Too self-loving. Was it now? Overly dramatic. Then something antecedent to both, containing both, a single word mediated by a mental sigh or swoon of acceptance, of pure being, something like this? Too precious. So, getting closer, my idea was to be. Or if not that, its grammatical variant, is. This was my aboriginal notion, and here's the crux. Is. Just that. In the spirit of es muss sein. The beginning of conscious life was the end of illusion, the illusion of non-being, and the eruption of the real. The triumph of realism over magic, of is over seems. My mother is involved in a plot, and therefore I am too, even if my role might be to foil it, or if I, reluctant fool, come to term too late, then to avenge it. But I don't whine in the face of good fortune. I knew from the start, when I unwrapped from its cloth of gold my gift of consciousness, that I could have arrived in a worse place, in a far worse time. The generalities are already clear, against which my domestic...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?